I mostly remember an anxiety dream about studying. I was in a classroom um, which I hadn't attended for a while, and I was taking down notes about a subject that didn't make any sense to me. Just trying to think what details might actually be describable. I'm trying to piece together the. See, when I remember dreams, it's about if I can find the right thread to pull on, then usually everything else follows. But unfortunately, I've been awake a bit too long, I think. Usually it's best when I literally just woke up. There was a bit towards the end which was dumb where um the tutor um there was some food aspect. I mean, this is so weird because the um the lesson was some kind of mathematics that didn't make any sense. Oh, right. Uh, it was some proof about pi, and I think that translated into a demonstration that involved actual pies because the tutor was one of those ones who wanted to make the lesson fun. And then, yeah, so they took some of my. The, to feed someone else, they took my spoon, and I got really upset that they'd taken my utensils without my permission or without asking me. And the tutor took me aside and like tried to seem to be listening to my objections to doing that, but obviously didn't really care. I mean, this is really not that interesting. Um, and what's frustrating is, while I was trying to explain this, I had briefest glimmer of a previous dream. I mean, that I had last night. The other thing I hope by making these recordings is I get better at both remembering, oops, at both remembering and sort of narrating dreams. I think it might actually be kind of cool to have like an upload a day or I talk in the mornings. Maybe I can talk about other stuff as well, but just talking about last night's dreams, every day. Because usually I can remember my dreams. Maybe not in enough detail for it to be interesting, but we'll see, I guess. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, just looking at my face reminded me that I had a dream about having facial hair and how horrible that would be. Um, I mean, last night I dreamed about this, but remembering that didn't seem to lead to anything else sort of interesting, unfortunately. Oh, okay. There was something about uh, going to stay in this woman's house. Oh, jeez, that was weird. So, I had this dream about um, I was staying in this big sort of fancy bedroom of a house that I it was owned by this lady, and it had all these other bedrooms, uh, none of which were as nice as mine, and I felt like I didn't really deserve it. And I think it was like people I knew. I mean, I'm not sure if people were renting or like staying there in a holiday home capacity or something like that. Um, but what I mostly remember is this lady coming to look at the state that I was living in, and so this reflects my own anxiety. So, um, tangentially, I feel like most dreams are very predictably about representations of your own anxieties, and I'm sure that's an uncontroversial take on this. Um, but I had piles of clothes, and that I hadn't worn and had just been sort of left there. Stupid hair. It had been left there for ages. Um, and so this lady came into the room and was disturbing these piles of clothes and like doing that just like swarms of moths flew out, and it was enough to make me jump. And that was horrible. uh, and like one of the the pieces of, was it on the ceiling? vague notion of getting this jumper down from the ceiling. It was caked in dust. And I was just apologetic to this lady whose house I was spreading moths in. Um, and then there was this whole dumb thing about. I mean, this stream really isn't that interesting, is it? Like, I think the thing with dreams is it'd be easier to describe them by making like a video. You could set up all the details. But anyway, there was this thing about the lady went out, and I wanted to try and put some of my clothes in the washing machines because I saw she had at least two. Because it was a very fancy house, much fancier than mine. And then I couldn't find them. Usual nonsense anxiety. I found the laundry room, but it just had hamster cages in for some reason, which was kind of strange, I guess. Boring dream. Oh well. Well, anyway, I hope to do this most days. Maybe see if I can get better at describing dreams. Because, like I said, I can remember every time I wake up. I remember my night's dreams. In fact, actually, what's slightly frustrating is I can remember remembering more dreams from last night, having woken up earlier in the night, but I can't remember what those dreams actually were. Anyways, I find dreams quite interesting. I have some really cool dreams that that actually tell stories and that are worth retelling. But yeah, okay. Seems to be about all I can think of today. And there's my doorbell. Okay, good time to end. Right, catch you later.